New at 11, if you're a dog owner like myself, you've probably been following the headlines about a mysterious illness that's making pups sick all across the country. Our Casey Nolan found out there are now confirmed cases of the disease in our area. So he spent the night getting some answers for all of you fellow dog owners out there. Hi, Casey.
Hi, Simone. I just finished listening in on a webinar about all of this with some of the top docs in the country and spoke to a local vet. And yes, more dogs are getting sick and some of them seriously sick. But the question that is yet to be answered with hard data is, does that mean this mystery illness is actually a new illness? And it turns out the pandemic may be a factor. Here's Dr. Kayleen Glore, the medical director for Clarendon Animal Care.
COVID happened and a lot of people got a lot of dogs, and how we interacted with our dogs and how our dogs interacted with other dogs changed for a period of time. So you had a large population of dogs that also wasn't getting exposed to their normal infectious diseases. And so as a result, over the last 2 years, the baseline rate of respiratory disease has been kind of steadily increasing. And when you have more dogs that are having respiratory illness, you're going to see more dogs get very ill, not because there are new players or there's more severe disease. It's just a product of more dogs are being exposed to more dogs.
So it sounds like you're not discounting the risk, but you're also not freaking out about it.
Correct. There is not going to be no risk. There might be something weird that happens and that might happen now and again, but we've got things like, let's make sure our sick pets stay home.
Do you think dogs need to stay home from the dog park for a little bit? Or do you think it's more of what you're saying, monitoring them, and if they are sick, then they stay home?
You know, if you've got a dog who's potentially at higher risk because they're on chemotherapy or they've got other disease processes, yeah, maybe don't go to the dog park, especially when, you know, we're at a time right now when we're going to be running into a lot of dogs boarding because people are traveling for the holidays.
Another challenge in figuring out if this mystery illness is really something new is that it's expensive to test dogs, and most don't get tested when they're sick. So there's, again, not a lot of good data. Looking at pet insurance claims from Trupanion, we do know that there was a spike in respiratory illnesses with dogs almost exactly like we're seeing now earlier this year, and those numbers have been increasing in a kind of a roller coaster fashion since the pandemic. And one more thing, Simone, you know, they say the flat-faced, as they're called, dogs, they take a longer time to recover. Therefore, they can also get more sick from these. And what is the most popular dog in America right now? The French Bulldog, and its short snout.
Right, well, we think they're also being targeted with crime sprees at the moment. So you've got the illness going on, the crime sprees happening.
I talked to a guy tonight whose dog went through this French Bulldog, and he didn't want to go on TV for that very reason. He's scared for his dog on multiple levels.
You know what? Pet owners just want to make sure their dogs are going to be okay.
Absolutely.
I know you'll continue to follow this, certainly.
Absolutely.
Casey, thank you. And right now on WUSA9.com, we've got an article detailing all the signs and the symptoms of this disease.